Hey guys, it's Chris here, and I'm just going to show you what's up with the garden right now. Okay, you can probably see part of it's okay. The other part, I'll move down. Here's where the cucumbers would have been. Started everything. I mean everything, except for tomato plants from heirloom. Not really a good idea, unless you start them early and germinate them for a while and then put them in the ground. They just didn't work out for me. The only thing that did well was the beans would have been well, or done well. That would have been right here in this section. But I got a puppy about halfway through the season, and she decided she liked to lay in the beans, and you can see her right down there. She liked to lay in the beans and run through the beans along with a couple other dogs and trample them. They weren't coming up very well in the first place. Got some tomatoes, going to make some spaghetti sauce with that. There's a few plants down towards this end that's still doing okay. But what happened was I was going to get, black gold, good compost dirt, and just ended up not. They ended up loading processed dirt, and it must have had a shitload of clover in it, because I didn't have this kind of problem last year, but the clover just came up like a wildfire, and a bunch of other plants that don't ever grow in my yard, or weeds, or what you want to call it. So it got far ahead of me, and there was no way I could weed everything like it was. Next year I'm going to put down the black, kind of the like landscaping cloth over the whole thing. Just cut rows and holes to put the stuff in, and that way I don't have to weed. My potatoes, I'm sure a lot of you wondered about my potatoes, how they're doing, and well, some of this collapsed. They did okay throughout the season, but a lot of them died, and the roots rotted or something. You can see down in here what really was down in there. I just kind of piled it with hay instead of dirt, well, a combination kind of. And probably if I have time in this vid, I'm going to pull all these boards out. I'm going to leave this trellis area for next year. I'm not going to mess with it, because I'm going to plant some more potatoes there next year. And I'll show you what I got for potatoes as of now. I'm not going any further with this year. It's just way out of control. The leaves are going to start falling here in probably 2 weeks or so. They're kind of sort of changing, and as dry as it's been here, I'm sure they'll go a lot faster. So, I mean, you can just see just the mayhem that's gone through. And even over there, the lettuce and stuff just hasn't even, you can see how small that is. I wouldn't even call that lettuce. But had to replant some of it. Cucumbers, I think I got 2 cucumbers. And that's just the weeds around the fences. That's probably from like 3 weeks of not weeding over there. And just kind of a lost cause. Guess I'll just chalk it up to the game. And you win some, you lose some. Ashley, be quiet. What are you doing? She hates the mower. I'm going to pull these out here and probably add some footage in maybe another video. And I'm gonna mow all this down. I mean, there's some tomato plants that are still doing okay over there, and basically this front part is done for. So I'll get back with you. Look at this. You can tell how much grass and weeds were actually in this garden. It doesn't even look like there was even a garden here. Looks like it was just straight grass. That's why I'm going to put down landscaping stuff next year. I'm going to dig up these carrots. There's a whole row of carrots here. I'll show you how much I got out of those. And there they are. They're still going, but I also started some in a couple pots because some of them died. I just put tomatoes in there that I picked today. But I'll dump those out and see how those did too. Well, I got 2 out of that. There were some onions right on this other side of the carrots. Well, you can see one potato right there above my, I got those boards moved, but you can see it right above my head. But this is what I got so far. It was just above the ground. Next year I'll start them above the ground. That way there's supposed to be no dig. Well, there weren't any more potatoes underground. I don't know why. Maybe because the ground was so hard. But I'm not going to finish off this end. I'm over here walking on the carrots. Alright guys, this is what I got from the potatoes. I went ahead and dug up the onions. Those did pretty well. I could have got a few more, but there weren't very many. Then here are the carrots. Sorry I haven't made very many videos this year, but I don't know, the garden just didn't do good and there really wasn't anything to show. So hopefully it goes better next year. So you guys have a good one. Kind of like Ross's brother.